Hey, good morning. Welcome to Hobby Evolution, episode 1659. It is a Tuesday. I don't know if the cleaners come today. I hope not. I think the cleaners came last week. As I look at the disaster on my floor, that's Cubs stuff on the floor back there. And of course, this monstrosity is eBay Live stuff. So, Monday was a nice little. Actually, it wasn't Monday wasn't a refresh. Monday night was a nice little refresh. Went to the bar with my buddy and watched the Illinois State game. Wow, FCS National Championship game. I haven't rooted for the Redbirds in 25 years. Back when I wanted to go there, just because they had better parties at the time, I ended up not going there. But Illinois State, wow. A big time underdog throughout the FCS playoffs. They get to the national championship game last night against Montana State and just went for a field goal on 4th and 1. Montana State drives in overtime. So it was a good game. I was rooting for Illinois State, obviously, just in state for me growing up. It's Montana. Like, what's in Montana? Big Sky. That's it. Buffalo, probably. Whatever else. Grizzly Bears. So that was good. So I did a lot of shipping yesterday. Still have a lot of shipping to do. But the plan last night was to just do shipping, have a couple beers while I shipped. I went to the liquor store that used to be my local liquor store, but we moved. And so now it's kind of outside of my, because it's across the street from Target. So I still go to Target. I don't go to Target that often. I rarely go to Target. And I don't really go to that grocery store, but I guess I kind of go in that area to get to Aldi and my storage unit. It's all in the same area. So, but it's not like when I lived at our old house, I drove past it like I drive past Walgreens and Kelly's Market and the card shop. Now, I don't drive by the card shop, but it's close enough to where I can just go straight one block. So I went to because I went to Walmart, post office, and then Walmart. I had to get I wanted to get some price tag stickers for a Cubs convention and pick up some envelopes. They had some. I still haven't ripped any Topps Update, and I thought about buying some Topps Update, and I'm like, I don't need to be ripping any wax. But I'll probably pick up some Topps Update for Cubs convention. In fact, I'll probably go to the card shop and pick up some wax to take to Chicago in a couple weeks. We do Thursday nights. We get together and rip some packs in the lobby. So I didn't buy any Topps Update. So then after Walmart, I'm like, I was going to grab some beer. I'm going to have a couple beers while I ship tonight. And so I went to and I'm like, shit. So I went the back way. And I'm like, shit, I was going to stop at the gas station I usually go to. I'm like, shit, I went the wrong way. But Steve's, the liquor store, is right there. I'm like, shoot, well, I'll just go to Steve's right here. So I popped into Steve's, and it was kind of like the same dude that worked there 3 years ago when I was popping in there, on a regular basis. So it was like, it's like Cheers. It's like, it's familiar face, familiarity. So, because the turnover at gas station turnover is constant, not at a small liquor store. So they had and plus the gas station I usually go to, basically my choices are Bud Light, Coors Light, Miller Lite, Spotted Cow, Blue Moon. And so I do it's like, I want something. So I was in the mood for something different. I need to get something not really a sipper beer, but just kind of something to sip on. Cause it's not New Year's Eve. I'm not drinking, 12 pack or whatever. So, popped in and I'm looking through and it's like, there's a lot of good choices in here. And, I see a pickle beer. So I think apparently pickle beer is going to be the new thing. or is currently the new thing, I guess. Because I'm like, I like pickles. I like beer. And I'm like, I'm going to try this. And I went to the counter and I asked the guys, I'm like, so have you heard any? And they're like, yeah, we sell a ton of it. And they're like, it's really, this one is like the best because it's not too salty. It's not too briny. It's, you know, it's got it's just kind of, it's per Donna's, I think is what it, I don't know who makes it. Donna makes it, I guess. So I'm like, oh, cool. This sounds great because I don't like over the top. Like a lot of these beers go way over the top and it's way too chocolatey or way too whatever flavor they're using. So, I picked up that 6-pack. So get home and crack it open, had a first sip, and I'm like, oh. But there's a lot of beers. If it's something new, like I probably made that same face first time I had mushroom coffee. Yummy. And so I eventually got used to the taste and like it now. Now I prefer mushroom coffee over regular coffee. So I'm like, maybe this is, now I don't think I'd ever prefer a pickle beer over a regular beer, but you know, maybe I'll like it. So I kept sipping on it and I'm like, it's not getting any better. I am not acquiring the taste for pickle beer. And I'm like, this is actually, by the time I get like 3/4 of it, I'm like, this ain't it. This ain't it. I'm dumping the rest. The other 5 beers in the 6-pack are going into my beer fridge where they will stay for probably the next 3 to 7 years. And eventually they'll get thrown away. Like the old Miller Lights that sat in my old the last house beer fridge for 7 years. So, yeah, pickle beer wasn't it. So then, my buddy, like, as I'm like trying to swallow this pickle beer, my buddy texts me and he's like, hey, beers tonight? And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, let's do beers tonight. Not pickle beers, just regular beers. So we met up at the local dive bar. And so it was a nice like reset. Mondays, I wouldn't call Mondays a reset in my new, because I've finally figured out. And I think the reason I finally figured this out is because it's not summer anymore. Summer's a little different. There's a lot more stuff going on. I'm going outside doing things. It's winter, it's cold, and I stay inside the entire time, so I can get a lot of shit done. So basically it's like Wednesday through Sunday is my streaming eBay Live. And then Monday is like all shipping. And then Tuesday I finish the shipping and then just kind of have, a wild card. So I may do a Wednesday morning, depending on, we'll see how much I get accomplished in the shipping front today, this morning and this afternoon, because I do need to tackle Cubs convention stuff. But depending on how much I get that finished, maybe I'll do a daytime stream and do a double header on Wednesday. So I don't know. But for now, and I've got to get the rest of my week scheduled on eBay Live, so people know. And I'll shoot out a newsletter as well. And also yesterday, so the monkey's off my back with prepping for the January 24th Madison Card Show in terms of like getting tables booked. Now I've just got to deal with contracts. I do have contracts for most of the rest of 2026. My hotel contact, I've got March and April, we're at the hotel. This month, next month, we're at the Alliant. I've got contracts for the rest of the year at the Alliant on certain months. It's gonna be all over the place. This year, it's not gonna be. Ideally, I would like to do Alliant Hotel, and then in the winter months do Alliant because it's just busier. But it's just not going to work that way. Now, it may, by the end of the year, I think it kind of evens out and we do back and forth, but basically March through essentially, I think it's going to be March. So January, February at the Alliant, March, April, May, June at the hotel, July at Alliant. And then I think it's August hotel, September Alliant, October hotel, November, December Alliant, and then hopefully January at the Alliant also. And then we'll see what 2027 can bring. So And who knows, maybe card shows are dead by the end of the year and we're doing one ballroom and a 50 table show at the hotel. Who knows? That could happen. I've always, back in 2021, when I started the Madison Card Show, my dream was to fill 40 tables. And then it's like, I think I could do 50. I think we could do 50. And now here we are, 250 tables across the street at the convention center. And we're still growing. So who knows? Maybe we're in the bigger, the arena, not the spaceship looking thing, but the exhibition hall arena. They don't really do anything so when people think Alliant Energy Center, when they're coming in, they think that big like spaceship thing. And I think they do monster truck rallies in there. They do Harlem Globetrotters in there. I'm sure there's other things that are in there, but it's such a dated, it's such a dated space. So the hotel show during the stretch, all 2 days, with the exception of March. March is Pokemon only. So April, May, June will be 2 days. So all of the hotel shows, with the exception of March, will be 2 days, Saturday, Sunday. I bet. Yeah, you're right. You're right. State hockey is played there. I think state wrestling is probably in there as well. The dog show. So there's probably, now So I think there is actually quite a bit of stuff that they still do there. So I should have, I'm working on contracts. I do have the Alliant contracts. Wrestling's at the Kohl Center. Okay. My hotel contact was out of the office yesterday. She's back today, and I actually got, she replied to my email. So I'll get those contracts for the rest of the year. So by the end of the week, we will have dates locked in for the rest of 2026 for the Madison Card Show. And the hotel shows will only be 110 tables, 110 or 120. About 120, because we were at 140. We're taking 20. We're taking basically the hallway, what was the hallway that we just had to spring into action and do the downstairs crappy side room. Just had to do it, either that or, don't. So yeah, the July show is right before the National. So, and that'll be at the Alliant, which is always, that's usually a big show. That's been one of the best shows each year, the Saturday leading into the National. So, and that'll be at the Alliant, July 25th. And that's always, love that show. That July before probably because it's like the National is coming up and let's go. So that's one of my favorite. The Thanksgiving, the Saturday after Thanksgiving is one of my favorites. Those are probably my two favorite shows of the year. The July before the National and the November right after Thanksgiving. And I think the reason is I'm happy, and I think everybody else is happy, because in July everybody's stoked the Nationals next week. And then Thanksgiving, everybody's getting into the holiday spending spirit. So everybody's happy and all that. So it's just a little happier times. So I need to get some updates on the website. I'm going to really push ads this month. So we should be good to go. So what else? So that's about what I did yesterday. Shipped and had some beers. And today I'm going to ship no beers. Root beers. I did pick up some root beers. My wife did. Love me root beer. I love some root beer. It's been a while because I wasn't consuming much sugar, and then all of a sudden Halloween hit, and now I've got like sugar cravings. You can probably see it in my face. I need to maybe work on that. Maybe have some more vegetables. So Ernie's back at doggy daycare today. We decided to take it down to 2 days a week instead of 5. So Ernie's going to go to doggy daycare Tuesdays and Thursdays. So then they were closed because of staffing. They didn't have enough staff over the holidays, so they were not open the last 2 weeks. So Ernie's been cooped up, and I felt bad. Like, we like having him at home, but it's almost like, but he loves playing with puppies so much that it's like, he's got to get out of the house. We got to get him out of the house. Like, I mean, we all need to get out of the house. So Ernie's at doggy daycare today. What else is going on? That's about all. Let's see. Kyle, what's going on? Good morning. Sure miss Hobby Evolution. I know I'm all over the place with times. 9:30. Although it's just delayed. We're West Coast friendly now. When I do it, I've skipped a few days. I skipped a few days. Gem City, good morning. Tracy's in the house. What's going on? Gem City says, I've been rethinking the value proposition I'm offering to buyers on eBay. I can't be the cheapest. I can be quick, but still not the quickest. So maybe quality of listing and photo is my lane. I think you're overthinking. It. Just list cards, list liquid cards at good prices, and people will eventually find you. And it won't happen overnight. You've just got to keep grinding. And don't overthink it. Don't. And I'm glad this has been brought up because I've seen this countless times, time and time again. Card resellers, and probably resellers in general, but I'm just familiar with the card resellers. They overthink too much. And in today's world, we want instant gratification. We want to start selling. And it's like, if we don't sell 100 cards overnight, the week after we start, we're upset. And we want, well, maybe what I'm doing, I'm not doing it right. Maybe I need to do something else. Maybe I need to offer free shipping. Maybe I need to do this and this and this. And there are some keys that, I think free shipping definitely helps. Quick shipping. Here's my thoughts on this. Here's my thoughts on offering great customer service. You know what I think about customer service? Fuck it. Because we're selling, if you're a volume, low dollar card seller, you're selling $2 cards. People don't give a shit about customer service when it's very transactional. It's very transactional. And it's hard for me. It was hard for me when I worked in logistics. And I worked in logistics in the transportation industry. And the transportation industry is cutthroat dollars and cents. And for the most part, it's very transactional. And it's like, you can't develop, because it's like, even I had customers for 6-7 years. We had great rapport, but I'd get beat out by $50. And it's like, how do you differentiate yourself? And that wasn't a world that I liked. I was actually, ironically, I was just texting back and forth with my old boss this morning. And it's one of those things where that was not I was not built to succeed in that industry. And that's okay. It took a while for me to figure out. Well, actually it didn't. I figured it out pretty fast. And I just it's an easy paycheck. I can go in and that's just the death knell. And then all of a sudden it's like, well, how come I'm not making more money? Well, I'm not putting any effort into it. It's simple as that. So I think you're overthinking. Being the cheapest can sometimes hurt you. 99-cent cards was a great, it's a great 99centcards.com, 99 cents, free shipping. But when people come in and buy stuff, if they only buy one card, I lose money. That's okay. It's a transaction. It's a feedback. It's a touch, as we call it. But you don't want too many of them. You want to rely on those multi volume. So you offer discounts. Buy 7, get 25% off, which is a good. I found that to be a very successful discount. You can offer 50. You got to be careful, because I ran some 50% sales, and it's like, fuck, I didn't make much money. You're talking 50% off. You got your eBay fees. If you promoted it, all right, and I usually did 10% promoting on my buy it nows. So you're talking 50% off discount. Then you're talking another 10% on promoting. Now you're at 60. Now you're at 13% on fees. Now you're at 73%. Now, most of what I'm selling, I'm getting at a deep discount anyway. Like my cost of goods on this stuff, on most of it was probably a penny or less. So, but at the end of the day, it's like I'm pulling a 100 card order for, 100 cards for what, $30? And it's like, God, is this really worth it? 100 card order is probably going to take me a half an hour to pull, even with the best organization system. And I had, for me, it was the fastest for me. I tried multiple different SKU systems at the start, and I had it down. I was very efficient, and still 100 card order is going to take you a long time. You can break it down and say, well, okay, you made $30 in a half an hour. That's $60 an hour. That's a good clip. But, it's like, well, yeah, but then I have 200 more orders and maybe a couple more that were this much. And now it's like, shit, I'm shipping. I don't have time to list. And all of a sudden you get bogged down. So being the cheapest can hurt. It can very well help you. It can certainly draw in, I always aspired in my store to be among the cheapest, especially when it came to like Comet. Like if I'm listing Topps flagship, I don't give a shit if I'm selling these for 99 cents free shipping, because mostly people are going to come in and buy quantity. Just because they're looking to build a complete set or whatever, catering to team sets and complete sets. And then B, I get it. They're already cheap and I get a discount on top of it. And that helped. That helped with my volume. So just be in the middle and try to differentiate yourself. And eventually it will come through. It's just a grind. Sales, no matter what you're selling, is a grind. And you've just got to dedicate yourself to the craft. And eventually it comes through. And don't overthink it. Brinley's in the house. What's going on? Jesus is coming soon. Is that Lizardo? Where's he? Who's he coming to? Brinley's got a shout out. GWRBI, what's going on? Happy New Year. Please stop, guy. I can't. That's my shtick. Cussing is my thing. We drop where's my F-bomb? I haven't dropped an F-bomb in a while. F-bomb. We drop F-bombs on this channel. You tripping. What am I tripping about? Pickle beer? Quality items equals sales velocity for eBay. There you go. And that's the best. If you're struggling with sales, just drop a bunch of liquid quality items at good prices. You can also do the museum technique, which I utilize on occasion. I utilized it on the Wayne Gretzky rookie and it sold at full price. I'm like, oh shit. That worked. I've got the Hulk Hogan auto. It's at basically a museum price. The Bo Jackson auto. I wouldn't consider them museum prices where they're going to stay there forever, because I'm going to get decent, because they're not crazy high priced. I think I've got them both priced around like $550. And I think the Bo typically sells $450, $500. The Hogan's probably around $450, somewhere in there. So they're not crazy, but it's drawn a lot of eyeballs. And right now that's what I want. I want eyeballs to get people on my eBay Live, which, by the way, eBay Live eyeballs. And I talked about this yesterday a little bit, I think. I need to track. So there's been like around 600 viewers in prime time, and more on the weekends. I want to see. So I did a Whatnot eBay comparison back on December 4th, which was a Thursday night, 6 p.m. eBay Live had 210 viewers on 9 streams. Now there's, at that time, like on a Thursday at 6, probably between 500 and 600 viewers. So it's tripled in a month. That's huge. And you're still talking eBay. You're talking the giant behemoth, the number one place to sell cards, without question, is eBay. To sell basically anything, eBay is the behemoth of online selling. and even at 600 viewers across all sports card streams, I mean, there's always, like we go into Whatnot on Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. Let's see how many viewers are in Whatnot in the sports card category. 6,500 on a Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. 6,500. You go to eBay Live, I bet there's 100. Let's see. eBay Live. We'll go down to the sports cards. 23, 29. There's 29 viewers right now on 2 streams. Hobby Box NY has 23 in their room. OPC Baseball has 6 in their room. What are they doing? I think they're both. Well, one's doing UFC. Hobby Box is doing, I don't know what the hell they're doing. Oh, they're doing like Jersey Fusion. No wonder they don't have anybody in their room. All right. Mark's in the house. Good morning. Dairyland Picker asks Mark, how's the guitar collection going? This is Denny we met in Chicago. Oh, very cool. Dennis says, go Cubs go, fly the W. Yes, go Cubs. And bear down. We got a big game this week. Bears Packers. Max says the hotel shows during the stretch all 2 days. Oh, we got to that. State hockey is at the arena. Max says wrestling is at the Cole and Fieldhouse. Wrestling is at KC. Hockey might be at Laban. Gem City says, thanks, Dairyland Picker. Quality items and quality photos. Recently played with a scanner. Didn't go well. Still trying to figure out my best method. So when it comes to scanners, just stick to what everybody's doing. There's a reason everybody's using the Ricos. And I think there's one model of the Epson that people use that I've heard good things about. I can't speak to the Epson. I can't speak to the 7160 from Rico, but I did use the 7030 for about a year. The 7030, and you can get one for probably $200 now used. It's a great scanner to get started. If you're on a budget and only want to spend a couple $100 on a scanner, don't try to get document scanners that you don't know, because you're going to end up damaging your cards because they're just not meant for cards. Rico, they're actually meant for trading cards. They just did a symposium, a trading card symposium. So they have my buddy Don, like basically got them into dedicating a wing to trading cards with their technology. So I would definitely, and I don't, Epson, I doubt Epson does that, but I've heard good things from people that use Epson, so I'm not going to knock it. Don't knock it till you try it. But I use the 7030. The only thing that I would warn about the 7030 is it's absolutely horrendous on any, basically any Panini card and any Chrome card. There are some like Topps Chrome that I was able to get away with, but the Panini stuff, even like the Panini Chronicles, like base, whatever sheen is on the card just does not do well in that 7030. So I would, if you're doing a lot of modern shiny stuff, don't just skip ahead to, I don't know about the 71, but the 7160 in terms of how they handle Chrome and stuff. But the 8170 is and the prices come down. You can get them for as low as $500 now on the secondary market. I think there's even some deals for new ones. And the prices come down. It's not like it was. I think it was over $1,000 when they first released it. It was like $1,100, I think, at release. But they've come down significantly. We got the July date. Jody's in the house. Good morning, Jamie. What's going on? See, this is synchronicity. Jamie is one of my eBay Live customers and came over from eBay Live to YouTube. A lot of people come from my YouTube channel over to eBay Live. So welcome, Jamie. You are now a couch people. Gem City says, as you read it, I thought, man, I'm overthinking it. LOL. There you go. Dairyland says, Max, I've got some sealed South Korean Pokemon coming in the mail. I need to contact you when they arrive. Gem City says, Korean is my favorite rip. Cody's in the house. What's going on? Mark says, liquid is key. A lot of people, myself included, buy a lot of cards that are far from liquid. Guilty. I bought from one of my dealers at the show, and I ended up doing well because he gave me a great deal. But I'm going through this box, and it's like Mason Wynn, and God, I've got everything's in disarray now. Was this the box? Oh, this is the box down here. So here's like an example of a lot of, and I told him like all these are like one touches. I'm like, honestly, like this isn't a Roldis Chapman out of 125. Like my eBay live streams, nobody wants a Roldis Chapman. Like this Net Marvels press proof Kevin Durant. It had a $5. So, and I'm seeing these stickers. Cole Young auto. It's a Panini auto out of 25. It had a sticker of 30. So and he told me to ignore the stickers, but it's really hard. It's really hard to ignore stickers when they're on the card because you're starting to add, it's like, man, I can't get anywhere close. There was a Colson Montgomery auto that had a sticker of 18. And I'm like, I might actually be able to get 18 out of it. I didn't. It sold for $5. I couldn't believe it. If I would have known it would have sold for $5, I would have sent it in the mail to Zach and Porter. Evan Carter, blue Mojo out of 150. It had a $10 sticker. I'm like, this will sell for $2. So it's, and I'm like, and I told him, I'm like, I'm not really interested because like Evan Carter, Cole Young, Kevin Durant's a name, Aroldis Chapman, like these names, like it's, even though they're numbered and a couple autos, like it's not, and he's like, ignore the sticker. And I'm like, it's hard. Can you let me walk out of the room, take all the stickers off. Just give me a price. He wouldn't give me a price. He finally gave me a price. And I'm like, okay, I'll do that. And he threw in some slabs for like an extra $100. There were like 5 or 6 slabs that I'm like, okay, I can move those. But I'm like, and I told him, I'm like, like Trent McDuffie, $10 sticker on that. And it's like, I'll be lucky to get a $1 bid on this. Luis Angel Acuna. Oh, somebody asked for one the other night in my eBay live stream. $5 on I know it's a short print red refract. People don't want those. Here's a great example. Kyle Hamilton optic out of 50. $35 sticker. I'm like, gee, this is $3 on my eBay live stream. Nobody wants Kyle Hamilton. So, and again, he told me to ignore the sticker, but it's hard when you see those sticker prices. It's like, so, and I said, now I'm saying it. My dad always said that. So I says, I'm like, honestly, the one touches have more value to me than the cards. Cause I can use the one touches for like Cubs convention. I'm putting a lot of like, $10 and up cards that aren't slabbed in one touches. And put lipstick on a pig. I'm putting commons in a one touch and selling them for $10. No, I'm not doing that. I've seen that too often at card shows. It annoys me. So I'm like, the one touches have more value. But he finally gave me a price because I was going to walk away. I'm like, if you don't give me a price, I'm going to walk away. He kept wanting me to give him an offer. And I'm like, no, you are the seller. I don't do that. You give me a price and I'll decide if I want to do that or not. So he gave me a price, and we made the deal happen. Fuck the customer service. That's right. Max says, sounds good, Denny. I'll do what I can to help. I wouldn't be a buyer, though, for what it's worth. Mark says, I'm the oddball eBay seller. I love shipping and customer service. Oh, like I want to hire somebody just to answer emails. Just to answer emails. And direct people on how to book their tables. I don't thank Max enough for being such an easy dealer at my shows. So I want to publicly thank Max for following and knowing how to follow instructions and read and doing everything correctly. And there's a lot of dealers that I have that here's the link. Here's how you book. Boom, done. Don't have to deal with it. Don't have to follow up. Hey, you haven't booked your tables. It's a day past the deadline. Hey, you booked the wrong table because you missed the deadline. And then when you booked a table in the back of the room. Do you want to be in the back of the room? I'm like, here's what's available. Your old spot was taken because you missed the deadline. So that That happens far too often. So thank you, Max, for being such a good dealer and easy to work with. Let's see. Gem City enjoys shipping. Wow, you guys, what is up? I don't mind. Honestly, I don't mind shipping if I only had like an hour's worth of shipping or even 2 to 3 hours. If I have like 12 hours of shipping, like that's when I have like 800 orders across like 4 streams, because I'm doing 200 cards per stream. And if I don't get any shipping done in between, but it's like, I know some buyers are going to, buy. It's like, well, I'll just group them all together. Some people the crazy thing is some customers want multiple packages. They just like getting mail. And some want everything in just one, just keep it easy, everything in one package. So I just try to, I do my best. I do my best. But I did not like shipping yesterday. I won't like shipping today. But then, like, if I have any shipping to do tomorrow, it's like, yeah, put a YouTube video on, put something on in the background. But I ship so much, like last night, I'm getting some shipping done. I'm like running out of videos to watch on YouTube. It's like, shit, what? I'm looking up like music documentaries. It's like all of the podcasts that I listen to, I've already listened to because I've been shipping for 8 hours. Let's see. There are 2 currencies in life, time and attention. Yes. Gem City says, now old tube TVs I sell are harder to ship, but the hack I found is using pool noodles to secure them. Interesting. That's really good. I guess I was going to say the difficult thing would be finding pool noodles in the Midwest in January, but that's what Amazon's for. Like, oh, I was thinking that there was something I wanted to get at, I was at Walmart and I need to get new, like those plastic, like stands where you put like, make sure there's not. So like my CubsCon convention, Cubs convention contract. So if you wanted to display a piece of paper, like admission, $5 or any, free Cubs, I've got to get assigned free Cubs cards for kids, put it on this, on the table so people know. Oh, and plus I want to get PayPal Venmo QR code so I can get those put on the table as well. So I've still got a lot. I've got like so many like things I'm juggling, getting prepared for Cubs convention, and I still haven't tested the streams. I've got a call with eBay this afternoon. They're going to try to they want to collaborate for my Cubs convention because I'm going to do some streaming on eBay Live from CubsCon. So eBay wants to get involved. So we've got a call this afternoon. Florida baseball card dude, good morning. Max says, here's my value proposition to my buyers. Buy my shit or get the fuck out so the next person can. I like that. I like that value proposition. Max does win comment of the day. Steak at yogurt prices. That's right. We got steak at yogurt prices. eBay Live is the major sports card nonsense sponsor. Yes. Those eyes will help. Those are the sponsorships you want to see. Absolutely. And they've done, and I think a lot of, because that started January 1st, I think December 1st, eBay started eBay Live ad campaign on Meta. So I saw a ton. I don't know if anybody else has seen Meta ads on Facebook or Instagram, but a huge ad campaign. Like I was seeing a ton. And I think that really helped as well. And there's a lot of discussion on Sports Card Nonsense Facebook page. There's a lot of people like, oh, I can't believe this card went for this price. That dude from Duryea says, I tried promoted stores and found that to be an expensive lesson. I'm just trying to experiment with things for the new year. I like that. I've experimented many times with various, I've done offsite promotions. I haven't checked in a while because it usually takes, so by the way, if you're doing any type of sales campaign on eBay and really anything, it takes a while. You're not going to see instant results, especially with eBay. And I think eBay even has like a disclaimer that it takes a couple weeks for it to really build momentum. And that's true with like really any ad campaign. That's why like on Facebook, you don't want to just run like I wouldn't run an ad starting today for something that's going on tomorrow or Thursday, because you really need to get a site, get a good, at least a week is what I do with my card show advertising. This time I'm going to start an ad. I'm aiming to get an ad pumping tonight, and then we'll do another ad the week leading up to the show. I want to look at my ad campaign. So I have, why do I have 4 active campaigns? Oh, this must be my promoted listings. Oh yeah. So I have my promoted listings, which actually I'm doing pretty well on those. All right. So I'm doing a promoted listings priority smart campaign with a 10. I'm basically spending about $25 a day on ads. Which it did lead to my Cooper Flag sale. So that's nice. But that's about it. That's on the smart campaign. So maybe I end that. I started December 19th. So I'm going to let that go for a couple more weeks. Let's see. But also I have very little buy it now listings in my eBay store. So this campaign, so my off-site is actually doing pretty well. So I'm getting a lot of clicks, a lot of impressions. I'm getting some good sales. It led to my Jackie. Oh wait, no, I took that down. It led to a Barry Sanders sale. That was like $40 or $50. That led to my Wayne Gretzky sale. Led to a Steve Garvey sale. Led to my Walter Clayton sale. Okay, so it's done pretty well. So there you go. Bradley says, went to the Green Bay card show Sunday. It was extremely busy, 50-50 sports and Pokemon. Nice. Gem City says, if I buy another scanner, it will be a Rico. There you go. CL on the road. Good morning. Gem City says, it's the pictures they take that I don't like. This is me overthinking again, and I like Don. He's always been kind when I have a question. Don is awesome. Hell, I also didn't like Car Dealer Pro. I'm a nonconformist who conforms. Eventually, hell, I owned a Zune instead of an iPod. Oh, wow. Do you own an Android? So I says is one of my favorite Farley bits. Yes. So I says. Mark says it's good. He is still trying to decide what to sell. He calls me every week to discuss about the guitars. Very cool. Gem City says Max gets a discount then, right? No, he gets affirmation. I used to love listing. After doing live selling, I think I'm done listing. Look at that. Did you end up going live last night? It was, I followed you on Whatnot, and I saw the time that it started. I'm like, oh, I can't, which normally I'm awake at that time, but not last night. Max says, most dealers are like me though, aren't they? Just put me in a spot and take my money. No, I wouldn't say most. Maybe half. Gem City says, with my small show, Max is the norm. Yeah, it used to be. Now, I will say, I've made a few changes on how to book. Now, when I was doing just cash, that's easy. Like, that's show up and take my money. If you're doing a cash show, once you get to online booking, that's where it becomes. Now, I will say there's always been I want to be in this spot. I want to be in that spot. Well, how come I didn't get that spot? Well, and then that's the pain in the ass. And that's honestly one of the biggest reasons I wanted to do the online booking on the map, was so I didn't have to deal with that. Like, all right, if you want a premium spot, you're going to pay for it. If you want to be right at the entrance, that's going to be an upcharge because everybody wants to be there. And then all of a sudden, well, I want to be there. And then all of a sudden it's like, well, you know what? Here's how it's going to go. If you're the fastest, you're going to get the best spot. And that's how we opened up the Alliant. First to book, boom, there you go. If you didn't get the spot you wanted, tough shit. You got to be faster next time. Well, there might not be a next time because the people who have those spots might keep taking them. So that was the only hurt. I mean, doing a small show, when it was small, there's so many less headaches. And it's like, yeah, show. But the problem is if you don't do pre-booking and you don't know the vendor and they don't show up, like that's when I started doing prepayment on people I didn't know. When like 8 vendors no-showed back in April of, was that 2022? And it's like, all right, we're going to do, I didn't want to do prepayment, but now it's, and that by that time it had grown to 140 tables by then. Was that, I don't know if that bottom room was completely filled because I started jamming tables in there, but it was close enough. 130 maybe. Max says sorting and shipping scratches something in my brain, but shipping after you've been paid on stuff sucks. Yeah. It's like, I've already been paid to do. Yeah, right. Embrace the suck. The thermal label printer is my best friend. If it died, I'd cry and bury it. Right. I was watching, I think it was Commonwealth Picker, and he said he was talking about like beginning sellers, and he suggested not, if you're starting off, you don't need to get a thermal label printer. I would say no. If you're going to do any type of reselling, and even if it's just a few a week, I would say just do it. Maybe get a cheap one at first, and then as you grow and sell more, it depends on if you're only selling 2 items a day, do you need a thermal label printer? No. It's going to be beneficial. But is it going to be worth the cost if you're only selling, 10 items a week or whatever? Then probably not. But you can use it like if you're doing any type of shipping. Some people don't ever ship. It's like, don't even know they still make stamps. Some people just are completely oblivious to the reseller world or just shipping in general. CL on the road says, I have the Epson ES400. It's good enough to get you started so you realize that you hate selling bulk on eBay. It's a lot cheaper way to figure it out than buying a Ricoh. There you go. So there's some firsthand experience on the Epson. Feedback is a great motivational tool, knowing that someone agrees with my assessment of a card. Dairyland says, that's expensive ads. It is. I'm more doing it. I'm not really doing it for I'm not doing it for sales per se. I'm not doing it for sales in my store. I have 75 items. If I get a couple sales from that, that's great. I'm getting it to bring people to my store and to my eBay Live. So that's basically what I'm just trying to build my follower count. And we'll see. I'm going to keep it going for, I'm doing $25 a day. I started the campaigns. One was on December 19th. The offsite's been going for a month since December 2nd. We'll come back in. I mean, right now it's, we'll see. I'll keep an eye on it, and we'll see. I tried $30 a day and got charged $60 for 4 days in a row. I called eBay this morning. Oh, that sucks. January 13th, promoted sales won't matter if the item sells, no matter of clicks, seller is charged for promotion. That is correct. That is correct. So I'm going to keep my promoted listings as they are. In fact, did I drop my promoted listings? I think I'm still at 10%. But I've done past 30 days. These are not all sales. Or are they? No, that didn't sell. Status. Huh. Interesting. Orlando's in the house. What's going on? Long night on the road, decided to not do it. Oh, okay. We'll be on tonight. Excellent. Excellent. Max says I should have to pay extra because he listens to my feedback. Cody says I tell the card shops to charge Bo ×2. Hey, but they didn't listen to you. They didn't listen to you. They gave me a good deal. Orlando says was walking and did a live stream. You were late today. I know, I'm always late. I am always late. Gem City says, oh, Kevin is a great reseller, Hall of Famer if there was one. But yes, you're correct on the printer. Thermal label printer should be bought before bubble mailers. LOL. I agree. If you're doing any type of volume sales, get that thermal label printer. If you're deciding to go in now, if you're doing like, again, 2 or 3 a day, you're still gonna like it. I know they've gone up in price, but you can probably get a cheap version, but just beware, you get what you pay for often. Max says, used to watch Kevin every day. Now too much Pokemon and sports cards content. On Kevin's channel? Never cared much for the history lesson or his daily complaints, but his presentation and actual stuff on cam was good. I don't think Kevin talks about sports cards that much at all. In fact, I don't know if he ever talks about Pokemon. It's good. His stuff is just good, like background. What's funny is most of those resellers don't really make that much money reselling. Like that's the funny thing. Like it's like and Kevin usually shares like his numbers and like what he's like his goals. And I'm like, really? And I think he admits, and I think he says like, I make more on content than I do on reselling. Jamie says, I prefer your eBay Live to others. You chat, interact, and make it fun. Others play music, and it's annoying. Well, thank you, Jamie. I appreciate that. And that's what I try. Like I wanted to replicate on eBay Live, similar to what I do here. Maybe a little less talking on eBay Live than what I do on here. But yeah, I thank you for that. I try to make it interactive and a hangout and no let's goes, no, loud music. Although I do sometimes we get some music going. Justin Resells is the only eBay YouTuber that shoots it straight from my viewing experience. I've watched some of his stuff. Kevin complains it is quite negative. Yeah. But it's okay. Oh, other creators I watch. Gotcha. Yeah, I guess he does kind of complain a lot. But I think it's hard not to complain when you're doing what we do. So but I get it. But I understand like from Dairyland's point of view on the Justin resells, because yeah, he shoots it straight. He doesn't editorialize. At least in the videos that I watch. And usually the videos I watch are on like the, I don't know what I've watched, but it's kind of like what I watch is, where he just shoots it straight. Like here it is. Doesn't complain or, whatever. So I get that. Kevin does often insert, the complaints and all that. Let's see. CL says, I copied your format. I don't have your audience yet, but it did seem like people enjoyed hanging out and chatting. It's so different from everyone else. I think the format really helps. Yeah. I mean, there's so much, especially on Whatnot. There's just so much like garbage streams. And sometimes, and I mean, fortunately for me, I know I can talk. Like I can talk about random stuff. I can tell story time. And that's my background. Like who knew working in small market radio would eventually benefit me in sales? And it's just, and it just kind of comes naturally from my background. And I guess it's probably not even morning radio, although morning radio is kind of where you can tell stories, but the play-by-play, like I did play-by-play thousands of sports events. And in most of them, I was solo. And so you got to filter, especially when you're doing baseball, softball. If you're flying solo on baseball, softball, you've got to have, notes, and you got to be prepared to talk. Dairyland says that you have a great voice. Thank you. I appreciate that. So my next eBay Live will be tomorrow night. Maybe a daytime pop-up show, but I probably will just stick to the prime time. I'll go Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, take Monday off. Next week's going to be schedule is going to be wonky because, in fact, Sunday might be the last. I may do a pop-up show like Tuesday. Maybe I'll do a Tuesday night show next week. I'll take Monday off, do Tuesday show. I'll take Wednesday off and Thursday off next week because of Cubs convention. I'll probably do some quick streams from Cubs convention on Friday, and I'll do a few on Saturday. There won't be anything on Sunday. And so I'll probably the following Monday, which I think is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, probably do a stream that night. So my schedule, just because of Cubs convention, travel, and being at the con, my schedule will be a little different. But I should probably get things scheduled. I'll probably put some place markers in for Cubs Con, subject to change, the times. But I will be there Friday and Saturday. I've got a call with eBay, and hopefully we can do a nice little collaboration, get some help on their end, and do some fun stuff at Cubs convention. Let's see. Max says, I like Shed Flip's Cincy Picker when he was doing stuff. Couple guys that do straight video games and cards now. Toy Federation, awesome for toys. I don't even like the toys, but cool to see. Froggy. I don't know if I've watched any of those. But was a great storyteller. Feels like he's talking to you personally. Thank you, Orlando. So tomorrow night, eBay Live, tomorrow night. I might go 7. Tomorrow night. We'll see. I don't know what the schedule is, but I might do 7 o'clock. I don't have a lot of high end because Sunday night got so crazy at the end that I was just running all of my really good stuff. So tomorrow night I may run some just to get rid of like a lot of the stuff that'll go for $1 or $2. I may just lot it up. And if I can get $1 a card on that stuff, that would be great. Ideally it goes for 50 cents to $1 or more. We'll see, but do some lots. So I think that's what I want to do tomorrow to get prepared for tomorrow night's stream. So many Pokemon and sports channels now. Sometimes I get tired of watching I don't watch that much reseller and card content. The only card content I watch is I watch Hobby Hotline. And then I watch the Mike's Retro Trading Card. They come out on Mondays, but I only watch the Monday show. I don't watch any of the others because I think they do 3 shows a week. They do like a Wednesday random and a Friday. I don't watch those. And then I watch some of the reseller. I watch the Trash to Cash with Kevin and Dave and Carrie. And then I watch the No Bangers podcast. And that's about it. What slabs do I have? I still have quite a few. Oh, I did not sell the Henrik Lundqvist. So I have a Henrik Lundqvist 9.5. They're all 9.5s. Ryan Miller. I think I've sold about half of them. RJ Umberger. Oh, that's a baseball. Jonathan Bernier. Yuri Talusti. Tyler Kennedy. Oh, I still got Ryan Suter. Brad Boys. Where did he? No. Michel Hulette. And Mark Stahl. I had a neighbor at my last house. I had a neighbor that I don't think he played in the NHL, but he was drafted. I think he was a second-round draft pick. This is who? Mark Stahl. So those are the slabs I have left. If you're interested, let me know. We can do a trade or something. His name was Brad. I think he played at Wisconsin. I think he played at UW. And I can't remember where he was drafted. I met him a couple times. He helped push me. He helped me push. I think it was our fireplace broke or something. So, and it was during like a blizzard, and the fireplace people came out and got stuck in my driveway. So he came out and helped. I think that was the first time I met him. We may have chatted a couple other times. Let's see. Thank you, Kyle. Appreciate it. Your business sure has evolved from the days of Bowman U and $1.50 cards, right? Yeah, crazy. All right, I'm going to go now. Finish up shipping. Tomorrow night, eBay Live. I'll be back here tomorrow morning. Who knows? Since I'm not doing a live tonight, we might even be back at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. We'll see how early I go to bed tonight. All right, have a good day, and we'll see you tomorrow.